Mate, good to see you.
You too.
We're here for the first time ever on the Magpie channel. We are celebrating getting to a semi-final.
It is a happy one.
Wow. 2-0.
The best time you like this in a while.
Mate, we haven't. All these years in the channel now, a few years, we've never got to a semi-final. How is it?
There's been like a couple of quarters. Did we get one under
COVID times under Bruce as well?
Bruce side, but nah, not out like this, man. Like, I can't believe we're actually going to a semi-final. Like, it feels surreal, like, because we're not used to cup runs. Like the quarter-final, like we get to a quarter and think, oh, good cup run. Like, that's the best it's ever going to be. Like we'll have moments like we had at the weekend. You get put out early. That's just what we're used to. Even we had a better cup run under Brucey than we did Rafa. Rafa, we used to go out early all the time, but now like things is actually happening at Newcastle. Like what we've been building towards. Like I knew that the weekend wasn't going to be as much of a disappointment to me. Like the silver lining for me was we can now focus. Like I think we showed at the weekend that our squad's not good enough or deep enough to go far in the Carabao, in the FA Cup, and get top four. You need a deep-ass, big, good squad to do that. We've got a good squad, not so deep. It wasn't going to work out, but now we're in the semis. We can put all our eggs into that basket, try and finish best we can in the league, top four, and if we can finish the season 4th place with a Carabao Cup. If you were offered that at the beginning of the season, like,
any place in the Carabao Cup, 17th place and above in the Carabao Cup,
and we could get a favourable draw. Like, there's a couple of lower league teams still in the competition, so we could get a decent one. Man United just squeezed through past Charlton tonight. So
they made changes as well, so they've got either got European football. I wouldn't even be bothered. It's literally Man City you want to avoid, isn't it?
Oh yeah, if you can avoid Man City, then I fancy it to go all the way to the final, man. Like even a final, like we'll get that far. It'll be disappointing not to get our hands on the cup, but. You've got to take the rough with the smooth. Like it's a transitional period that we're in. We're steamrolling to where we want it to be. Like no one could have expected this at the beginning of the season. Like if we were offered 6th in a quarter final, you would have fucking taken that at the beginning of the season. But the fact that we're going much further beyond that, haven't even spent a penny in this January transfer window. By this point last year, we already had Trippier through the door. Like we're just taking things as they come. I think the owners, Eddie Howe's, they're happy with how things are going. I can see big investment in the summer. Like hopefully we do get top 4 and we do get into Europe. Like we're going to need that because with this squad it's not going to be good enough. But try not to focus on the negatives tonight. It was a great performance against Leicester, just as good as the one on Boxing Day for me. I think the first half was exceptional on Boxing Day. This one it was a little bit tougher. I think we approached it a little bit more with caution today. Just tired their legs. As soon as we got them 2 goals, it was game over. They tried to bring Jamie Vardy on to score, but wasn't to be.
Do you think getting further in this competition, more games? Obviously, there's 2 legs in the semi-final. That's on the space for a couple of weeks to do that. We've got Sunday against Fulham, then we've got following Premier League game coming up away at Palace, I think it is. Do you think the owners might look and think we need 1 or 2 more bodies in January? Absolutely,
and I think especially since going out to Sheffield Wednesday, I think that's going to highlight things as well. Because when we were like pushing towards that equaliser against Sheffield Wednesday, I was thinking like, I'd rather just lose than get to like a replay. Like we haven't got enough games, we haven't got a deep enough squad to deal with FA Cup replay, a Carabao Cup semi-final, 2 legs. We've got much like congested games coming up. Like we just can't do it. So yeah, hopefully now that we've proven that our squad isn't deep enough with the Sheffield Wednesday game, and now we've got a double leg semi-final, which is huge. You need to take both them games massively serious, unless we'll wipe the first one then fucking 6-0 or something, then it doesn't matter. But yeah, like we do need investments. Like I say, I think we are going to approach this window with caution. We showed last year how hard it is. Like we didn't get all the deals we wanted over the line. We made some mint ones in Trippier and Bruno, but we lost Ekitike. We had loads of other targets that we just couldn't get over the line just because it's a hard window. January is always a hard window for everybody. So yeah, I think that there will be 1 or 2 more through the door just to see we're over until the end of the season, try and win the Carabao, finish top 4 in the league, and then once we get to where we want to be, get a foot into Europe, that's where the real investment's going to come, and we'll be a different animal this time next year.
Final question, will we win the Carabao Cup?
I think we can. Like you say, you just want to avoid City, whether that's the semi-final or the finals. City's the favourites. Like this is their cup. I think last year was the only year in 5 they didn't win, 4 or 5 years. Like this is their cup. So as long as we can avoid City, absolutely. Even if it's a Newcastle City final, it'll be entertaining as fuck. Like I think it'll be class. I think we'll give them a good run for our money. It was 3-3 earlier in the season. Like we're hot on their heels in the league. Like I think it'll be a very even tie. And Pasty Guy's
get fucking on my shoulder. Well, that'll do for you, Kate, isn't it? Well, Scott's in Basque.